Okay, if you haven't watched part one of this video I'm about to do, look in the description of the video, just below the video. Go watch part one first. It's not labeled part one, but it is part one. The title of the video is I think it says Trading Futures 15-minute and 1 hour chart. Okay, you really must go watch that video first. So if you're looking at this video and you're just starting it, look at the description, click on the link, go watch it first because you're going to really need to look and listen and watch that first. It's only about a 15-minute video. Okay, very, very helpful. Then come back to this video, okay? All right, so I'm going to assume you've already watched that, and let's get going on this. This is something that's kind of the finishing touches on how I go about trading. And, this may not be the last trading video I ever do, because we're always learning, always pressing forward to new and better ways. But currently, this is what I'm doing, and it's working really well. Now, you've watched the first video, and you know that I look at the 15-minute chart, and I watch the 3 EMA red line, crossing over the Hall moving average. And I talk about that in the first video, and then I talk about how the Hall moving average changes color, and then I go ahead and look at the hourly chart and wait for it basically to do the same thing. And then I make a trade, okay, on the hourly chart. But what happens when, let's go look at the hourly chart. What happens in the hourly chart? You've already made your initial trade, and the chart's still showing going down like it is right here. I'm on the hourly chart right now, and it's still pointing straight down. The Hall moving average is still just almost, on a steep decline. Okay, do you just go ahead and make another trade right away? And let's say you got out of the trade and you want to get back in. How do you know when to get back in? Right, because the hourly chart's already showing we're going down. So we just jump back in any old time? So I'm going to talk about that now because that's really, really important to understand that. So in this case, let's say you already made a trade and you got out of the hourly trade. Maybe you did it right here where you see this kind of hammerish looking candlestick. I mean, it's not a true hammer, but it's pretty close to it. Okay, let's say you got out there because this candlestick is for a lot of traders would be an indication to get out. And now you're wondering, well, can I get back in because it's still going down? Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what we do. We go back to the 15-minute chart. All right. Now the 15-minute chart back here. This is Sunday night, by the way, because futures start on Sunday night, but which was right here at the 5 o'clock hour, 1700. It's military time. But back here on Friday's close, just right around, just before 4 o'clock, you can see the 3 EMA, the red line, starts crossing over the Hall moving average, the blue line, and it starts going up. Right? So, and momentum's coming from the bottom here. We talked about that in that part one video. Okay, momentum's coming from the bottom, but it's not in the oversold area. So remember that from part one. Okay, that's important. It didn't really get oversold. But nevertheless, the 15-minute chart shows the 3 EMA crossing over the Hall moving average. It crossed over the 8 EMA, the yellow one, and everything looks like it's moving up. Okay, but the hourly chart doesn't show this yet, right? The hourly chart doesn't show it moving up yet. So how do we know we should make a trade, right? Now, just to be clear, I'm not talking about making a trade on the 15-minute chart because you could do that too. I'm talking about making a trade based on what we read on the hourly chart. Okay, so the 15-minute chart shows things are moving up. Let's go back to the hourly chart. Now you can see the 3 EMA red has crossed over the Hall moving average here, and it's quickly approaching the 8 EMA. Okay, but the Hall moving average is still going down. So what do we do? Okay, in this situation, here's the deal. I'm going to give you not really a secret, but I'm going to tell you something that's very, very helpful. Okay, if the hourly chart doesn't turn up, if the Hall moving average doesn't turn and start going up, then we're not going to trade the upward pattern. We're not going to buy long expecting this to go up because it hasn't confirmed that it's going up yet. Okay, the hourly chart has to follow the 15-minute chart. It has to confirm that the 15-minute chart is accurate information, right? We use the 15-minute chart to tell us, to kind of give us a lead up, if you will, that the hourly chart may follow suit, but it may not. Okay? And that's really important to understand that. If the hourly chart doesn't turn and change direction and start going up like the 15-minute chart does, then we're not going to buy long because the hourly chart's not telling us that this is going to go up. Because the 15-minute chart could just go up for 15 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes, and then turn back down. Okay, I really want you to get that. Okay? So it's pretty simple. I don't really want to call it a rule, but it's very, very helpful. Okay? The 15-minute chart gives us some indication where things might go, and then the hourly chart has to confirm it before we make the trade. All right? Let's say the 15-minute chart goes, let's go back to, this is the hourly chart. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart for a second, and let's get a little specific about this. So here it crossed over, right? Sunday open right here at 5 o'clock. I'm in Central Time. That's why it says, it doesn't really matter, but 5 o'clock. The 3 crossed over the 8, and it also crossed over the whole moving average. Okay? But look, it's starting to turn down again. Right? And maybe it'll hook like that and go up again. I don't know. Or maybe it's going to cross back over and go down. But that's my point. The 15-minute chart really hasn't really completely confirmed that we are officially in an uptrend, right? It hasn't officially confirmed it. We got 15 times 4. We got 1 hour worth of trading here. You know, we're in our fourth quarter, or fourth 15-minute segment here, which is about to end in about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. So so here it is in a nutshell. The hourly chart shows that we're trending down. Okay? And if it doesn't follow the 15-minute chart, if it doesn't start making a turn following it, okay, which you'll know it because this 3 EMA red's going to cross over the 8. Okay, in this case, it's going to cross over the 8 probably before the whole moving average changes color. Okay, if it doesn't do that, if it doesn't cross over the 8, then we know we're still in the downtrend. Now here it is right here, guys. If this continues to go down, I'm sorry, if the 15-minute chart turns down and starts going down like this and crosses over the whole moving average, which looks like it might be ready to do here in the next 15 or 30 minutes, if it crosses back over, then we can go ahead and trade the hourly in a down and sell short and expect it to go down some more. You follow me? Did you get that? I want you to get that right there. That's the crux of this video right there. If this 15-minute chart, which has been going up for the last hour, if it turns, which looks like it's going to do it, but we got to wait to confirm, right? But if it turns and crosses over the 8 and crosses over the whole moving average, then we can go back to the hourly chart. And we have a lot of confidence that this downtrend is going to continue. Even though right now, even the hourly chart looks like it wants to go up, right? We got a couple hours we got at least 1 hour of a good solid uptick right here, right? It's moving up. But don't get tricked into just don't. I'm just going to throw something here from Steve Miller taught recently on Tech for Tools. And again, if you don't know about Steve Miller, go over to AskSlim.com. A really good guy. No, I don't. I've talked about this before. No, we don't. He doesn't pay me to say these things, and I'm just mentioning him because I like to give credit where credit's due. Okay. But he mentioned something in one of his Tech for Tools video recently, and it was very, very simple. Besides all the technical things he talked about, he said, you got to be really patient. And he's exactly right. And I'm going to say the same thing he said right here. You got to be really patient. Okay? You got to wait for the hourly chart to confirm that the 15-minute chart is really telling you what's going on, right? You got to be patient. Now, Slim or Steve Miller, they put a lot of focus on their daily charts and their weekly stuff because that's kind of their bread and butter, and that's a great thing If you want to trade daily, by all means, go for it. The same rules apply. The same principles apply no matter what type of charting you're looking at. Okay? So, again, I just want to reiterate, if this 15-minute chart, if this 3 EMA crosses over the 8 and crosses over the whole moving average and starts going down again, right? Then back on the hourly, we can have pretty good confidence that the whole moving average pointing down really is still in a downtrend, and we can go ahead and place a trade. Because the truth is, guys and gals, at some point we got to pull the trigger, right? We can't just stay out of the market forever. I mean, we want to take high probability trades, right? We want to do the best we can with the information we have to make high probability trades. Now, remember in part 1, like I said, go back and watch that video, you got to pay attention to everything that's going on. The momentum indicator, whichever one you want to use, okay? I use the SMI, I like it. Whatever momentum indicator you want to use, okay, use it. So this is important to go back to part 1 and watch that, okay? But I hope you got something out of this video, okay? If the 15-minute chart turns back over and starts coming back down, and the hourly shows the whole moving average is pointing down. Oh, look, see, look, just in this video here, look at this. It just turned blue. It just literally turned blue. Okay? So, I may or may not make a trade on this, but because we just started the new hour, it's 6 o'clock hour just started, so this could turn back south, but it probably won't. But anyway, so, you know, there you have it, right in the middle of the video, the hourly charts confirming what we're seeing on the 15-minute video, right? That's pretty cool, right? It happened right when I'm doing the video. Okay? So I'll look at some more of this information and decide whether or not I'm actually going to make a trade in the uptrend. I think it's still a little bit early. Okay, I want a little more confirmation on this 15-minute chart, perhaps. All right, but I actually may make a trade long here if I get just a little bit more confirmation, right? It's looking like right now on the hourly, as the red's getting ready to cross over the 8, that this is something to nibble on. Okay, where are we at on this trade? I know this is a long video, but we're breaking my business partner's rules, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and break the rules here, okay? Because this is really important. Where are we at on this trade? Okay, remember I said I lost about, I don't know, maybe $75, $100 because I thought it was gonna. We'll look at the 15-minute chart here, oil futures, E-mini, and I thought it was going up, right? The 15-minute chart and the hourly chart both showed it going up, so I bought long. Okay, somewhere back in here. Well, the next candlestick, like I said already, went down. But where are we at now? Then I turned around, I looked at it again, got the information. Same process, guys and gals, same process. Then the hourly chart was looking like it was going to go down, and the 15-minute chart, I think it was, I don't remember exactly where it was maybe like this third candlestick here. I'll call it a spinning. These are just dojis. I mean, we would normally call these spinning tops, but in the position they're in, they're not really. Call them what you want, spinning bottoms, whatever. Okay, they're definitely suggestive. And I sold somewhere in here, and look where we're at now, guys and gals. Way down here, way down here. Big money move. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about P&L, profit and loss. Okay, but a lot of things come together for this type of trade. It isn't just haphazard guessing. Everything I talked about in part 1, go watch it. Everything I'm talking about in this video, watch it. Yes, I got into a trade. Yes, that trade was a little bit of a loss, but I got out of the trade right away because it didn't go the way I wanted it to. I waited a little bit longer. I let the market tell me what's going to happen. And sure enough, you know, we go ahead and follow what the market tells us based on the way we trade, right? Let's look at the hourly. What's it telling us? Okay, I'm sorry, that's the daily. Let me switch over to the hourly. What's the hourly doing? Give me a second here. Well, there it is. See right there. This is that little section there where I bought in, right? And at the time I bought in, this was not a doji, it was something else. And then this next candlestick, but on the 15-minute chart, was about maybe halfway down on this. I realized, okay, I got to get out of the position. Got out. I don't remember what I lost. $75 maybe, somewhere around there, okay? And then by the time on the 15-minute chart, somewhere between here and here, I realized, okay, we're going down. Came back, looked at the hourly chart. Sure enough, I could see that the separation between the 3, in this case, I was really looking at the separation between the 3 and the 8 on the hourly chart. And it got wider, and I knew, okay, this is good. And I sold short. Okay? Sold short way up in here somewhere, man. This thing has dropped like, profusely. Okay? The high here was 51.5. And we're way down here now at 51, and it's crashing and burning, baby. Crashing and burning. We're below 51. So over probably 3/4 of a point, you're looking at a few $100 on a single lot. Again, I'm not going to talk about profit and loss because people that do that I think are kind of cheesy. We're just about, like I said before, we want to make really good trades. When we're in a bad trade, we mitigate the trade, we get out as quickly as we can if we think it's going bad, and we refocus. We try not to get too emotional about it. I admit it even happens to me, but we refocus and we go at it again. And wow, okay, great trade, right? I'm not going to close this trade yet because this thing is still going good, okay? So I just wanted to show you that, right? Now you're looking at a paper trade here. I got a live trade going on, but I can't show that on the screen for obvious reasons, right? But so there you go. I don't want to call this art of the trade, but that should really give you an idea of how we deal with making trades. Even if a trade goes bad against us, we try to keep that loss very, very small and move on to the big money trades like this one is right here. Right? This is a big money trade. It's only going to get better. Okay? And again, if for those of you out there that are following along, if you haven't checked out AskSlim.com, I suggest you do, because part of my trading strategy is cycle analysis. And I happen to know, based on Steve Miller's decades of experience and the hard work his team does, like I said before in other videos, we incorporate that into our own algorithm and our own style of trading, okay? So I know that this week is a pullback week. And it's supposed to be predicted as a modest pullback week, okay? So we're gonna keep that in mind the entire week, all right? We're not gonna get too greedy here, because if it's a modest pullback week, we got to be realistic, right? All right. So there you go. I probably won't add more onto this video because my business partner probably going to come over and bull whip me. We're from Texas, so we do that kind of thing. Bull whip me. I want to go bull whip me. But this is a great trade, guys and gals. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit long, but I wanted to really go through step by step, show you exactly some of the things I have to go through as a trader. You're going to go through them too. But once again, I know I'm just reiterating the same thing. Mitigate the losses, make them small, maximize the gains. All right, talk to you later.